From the beginning of society, there was always a distinct difference between mankind and the beasts that dwell in the forest. The sounds of the wildlife echoed throughout the woods as man created their first fire. The howls of the animals shook the ground as humanity began to evolve and build up civilization. And as the years went on and mankind continued to create new innovations, they began to understand the beasts. They understood the struggle to survive from nothing, the struggle to care for their young, the struggle to live in a world where there was always a bigger fish in the sea. And on one fateful day, President Abraham Lincoln stood at the edge of the forest. He gazed into the deep canopy of wildlife and stepped into the land of the beasts. And on that day, he tamed the first dog. Since then, it's become a ritual in America for all humans to find companions in which they can connect with, whether it be a dog, cat, or any other animal. It was required of them. On this day, I will be venturing into the wilderness to tame my partner and begin my Pokemon journey. You want a cookie? If there's one thing you should know about my dog, is that she's a jerk and only cares about food. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but she does have the tendency to be a major pain in people's backsides. For starters, sometimes she just sprawls out in the middle of the floor. Now, for any dog, this would be expected. However, my dog chooses to lay in the most inconvenient of places. Say that this is a hallway in our house. Seems easy enough to walk through, right? Wrong. Chances are, my dog will be laying right in the middle of it, to the point where it's impossible to walk by without climbing over her or telling her to move. And there's a pretty high chance that she'll flat out ignore you when you tell her to move and continue to lay in the middle of the floor. Another annoying thing that she does is steal the dish towels from our dishwasher. Now, this was something she used to do when she was a puppy, however, she stopped doing it. Is what I'd say if she didn't do it every morning. Whenever my dad gets up to go to work in the morning, she always has the dish towels sitting right in the middle of the floor. The funniest part is that she doesn't even chew on it or destroy it, she simply just leaves it there to spite my dad. Now that I've gotten some of the annoying stuff out of the way, let's tell some funny stories about her. My grandmother lived in our basement, which we had renovated into a little apartment for her, and my dog would go down there sometimes to visit her. And if she wasn't there, then she'd take yarn out of my grandmother's knitting basket and run around the apartment, to the point where there was yarn sprawled across the living room. There's this green ball my dog has that sits in our backyard. Now, our backyard is essentially a hill that's going down into some woods, and this ball of hers is this really tough plastic ball that's about the size of a soccer ball. And since this ball is hard and plastic, she can't pick it up with her teeth, which she finds incredibly annoying. So the way she takes her anger out on this ball is by using her nose to run around at the bottom of the yard and slam it into the fence while she tries to attack it. If I ever get a video of her doing it, I'll post it in my Discord or something, which you should join. We travel up to a lake in New Hampshire every summer, and for the past 2 years we've brought our dog to the cottage we stay at. And it was this first summer that we were up there with her that she jumped into the lake for the first time. She loved it, man. She spent hours a day swimming and chasing tennis balls off the dock. Unfortunately, the impact of her jumping off the dock and the amount of time she spent in the water resulted in her essentially spraining her tailbone. So she was banned from the lake for a couple of days, which she was not at all happy with. However, she quickly recovered and we limited the time she spent in the lake. Hands down, the funniest thing about my dog is her toy lobster. The thing is near indestructible and it's her favorite toy. She loves it so much that we're onto our third one. If she ever gets startled, she runs over to her toy bin and grabs the lobster and starts running around the house with it. When she reaches the spot in between the two carpets we have and the floor, she jumps over the gap and continues to run around. And as stated, she's on to her third one. It may be near indestructible, but it's not fully indestructible, and it takes her about a year to fully destroy one. So yeah, that's basically most things that you need to know about my dog. Thanks for watching, individuals! I don't usually ask for this, but let's see if we can get to, I don't know, 10 likes. Just, I don't know, for something fun, I guess. Thank you for watching.